This is TWiT. xCloud can now be played officially. It was in beta, but is now official. Microsoft's streaming gaming service can now be played on iOS and Android in Safari. Let me just fire this up here. I have to say, maybe because we're in the beta and everybody's trying it, it's a little bit choppy right now. This is on our, we got about a 400 or 500 megabit connection right now, which is pretty darn fast. Let me see if I can play Sea of Thieves. I'm using the, ready to play? What does it say? Tap to start playing. Okay, there we go. I'm using the Xbox controller, which is a Bluetooth controller, to pair. It will work with a variety of controllers. Oh, it doesn't. Yes, there it goes. Sea of Thieves. Are you getting the audio, John? Doesn't look like you're getting the audio. Because the audio is nice. Unfortunately, you were getting it earlier. Huh. There we go. Hear that choppy? I was getting that at home, too. So it's probably... These are running on, apparently, Xbox Blades in Microsoft's network centers. But you're not going to want to play the game like this. The music will drive you crazy alone.
Birthing pains.
Yeah, it may merely be that there's so much interest in this now that you can do it on an iPad. I mean, what a great way to make an iPad a gaming machine, or a Mac too, by the way. It'll work on Safari.
I'm still so salty that Apple won't just allow it in. It's like so short-sighted, like not allowing Netflix on 10 years ago. It's just like, no, Netflix, you have to put every one of your TV shows and movies inside the iTunes store so we can individually rate them. It's just absurd.
Let me press the play button.
Sorry, it bothers me. I want to play all this stuff as an app.
I'm totally with you. It's like I kind of feel sorry for a person who has to be a spokesperson and make that statement and pretend like it makes any sense whatsoever. Please don't ask a follow-up on how this is protecting our users. How is this protecting our users? Oh, okay, I quit.
It'd be such a value add too, because Apple's gaming store is at best incomplete at the moment.
Right.
And having all of these streaming services would be such a boon to gamers.
Anytime, especially with the iPad line, they've got $1,000 tablets that are trying to compete with superb $1,000 to $2,000 same price Windows tablets. And if you can just simply say the things, remove reasons for people to say, I really want the iPad, but gosh, it doesn't do gaming, or gosh, I can't run I can't run this window app in this virtualized shell. I can't do this. Simple things that are like, this doesn't hurt you at all, Apple. This doesn't protect the consumers. It doesn't protect your market. You basically just have this rule, and you have you're because you are a huge company, you unavoidably you have people who join the company to enforce rules that they didn't create, and they are not doing their job if they don't enforce this rule. And that's why they're doing this, because they're not saying, you're right, this is silly, we're going to change this rule. It's like, nope. My job is to say no.
The stuttering we're seeing is, by the way, is not us. It's there is an on-screen controller. A lot of the game, they do offer some games in the xCloud subscription with touch controls, but I have to say this is unplayable right now. The way it's every second it's pausing or something. I don't know if I can make this better. Maybe it works better on the Mac. It is currently a good time to try, because it's $1 a month for the first 3 months, but then it'll cost you whatever Xbox Game Pass costs. I'm wondering if it'll smooth out when the game starts playing.
There was a video last night from Viper with the community manager for Xbox Game Pass, and they went over all the different like ultimate passes and all the different features you get with all of them. And the ultimate one looks like if you want to do everything, that's your best bet.
Yeah, you can try it out now. I've been an Xbox Gold member for a long time with my Xbox. I was really hopeful that I'd be
bundled, right? With
yes, you get it all if you pay for the full thing. But I'm disappointed by the streaming. I hope it gets better soon. Still, I guess technically in beta, but it's an open beta now. Anybody can join it. So you'll need an Xbox account. And
they should have soft tested it with classic Xbox games, like original Xbox games, now streaming and as the xCloud beta, and then everyone could have played like the Hulk Smash game for a month and help them test it.
Yeah, it's interesting that they I mean, the theory is great, and Stadia streams a little bit better, I have to say. Stadia has worked all right, maybe because nobody's using it, possibly, right? GeForce Now I've used on an NVIDIA Shield, and the streaming is very smooth. So I'm just a little disappointed this isn't working quite as well as I'd hoped on.
Well, you can't use Stadia in Montreal out of solidarity for Jade Raymond, so that
she landed quite well. She's I just saw she got a new job, but I can't remember what it is.
It's escaping me too.
She was the Ubisoft director who took a job at Google, best known for helping create Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs. She then moved to Stadia, where she lasted only a few months. She now she's founded a new independent development team called Haven Entertainment Studios.
With Sony Interactive.
Which is in Montreal. It's in your network.
Yeah. Montreal's a good video game community.
Yeah.
We have Ubisoft.
Absolutely.
Mythic Quest talks about Montreal all the time with fear and dread, which is how we want to be perceived.
Yeah. No word about what the game will be, but she's got a blog post at the PlayStation blog.
I just remember I watched The Lab with Leo and Call for Help and Electric Playground. So these are all the people I grew up watching on television as a kid. So I followed their careers.
I did have to commend Jade Raymond for her excellent taste. She says, several people have asked me recently, after all of these experiences, do you still want to be in the games industry? The answer is always an unwavering yes. The games industry is where I belong, whether it's playing Settlers of Catan with my kids or Valheim with my team. Double thumbs up. Games continue to bring me joy. So I'll be very interested to see what she does. She's created some of the most amazing games, and it was a great catch for Google, but clearly Google's changed its plans. They didn't want to. They decided not to develop any internally.
Well, it's been a complete mess over there. There's absolutely no reflection.
Everything Google does has become a mess.
I'm glad she's heading her own studio, because she's exactly the sort of person who should be. Here's a budget. Here's an office. Here's a budget for snacks. Hire some people.
Go.
Be awesome. Check in with us occasionally.